Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A vigorous blow. He got a bang on the head. A conspicuous success. The party went with a bang. Have sexual intercourse with. Close violently. Directly. He ran bang into the pole. A border of hair that is cut short and hangs across the forehead. Strike violently. A sudden very loud noise. Leap, jerk, bang. The swift release of a store of effective force. They got a great bang out of it. Move noisily. The window banged shut. To produce a sharp, often metallic explosive or percussive sound. One of them banged the sash of the window nearest my bed. Hit hard. A vigorous blow. He took a bash right in his face. An uproarious party. A vigorous blow. The act of hitting vigorously. Sing loudly and forcefully. A path or strip, as cut by one course of mowing. Ammunition, usually of small caliber, loaded in flexible linked strips for use in a machine gun. A band to tie or buckle around the body, usually at the waist. An elongated region where a specific condition or characteristic is found. A belt of high pressure. Deliver a blow to. He belted his opponent. Endless loop of flexible material between two rotating shafts or pulleys. Fasten with a belt. Belt your trousers. A vigorous blow. The sudden knock floored him. The act of hitting vigorously. Find fault with. Express criticism of. Point out real or perceived flaws. Don't knock the food, it's free. Deliver a sharp blow or push. He knocked the glass clear across the room. Knock against with force or violence. Make light, repeated taps on a surface. The sound of knocking, as on a door or in an engine or bearing. The knocking grew louder. Sound like a car engine that is firing too early. Negative criticism. A bad experience. The school of hard knocks. Rap with the knuckles. Knock on the door. Hit hard. He smashed a 3-run homer. A vigorous blow. A conspicuous success. That new Broadway show is a real smasher. A serious collision, especially of motor vehicles. The act of colliding with something. The fullbacks smash into the defensive line. With a loud crash. The car went smash through the fence. Break into pieces, as by striking or knocking over. A hard return hitting the tennis ball above your head. Reduce to bankruptcy. The slump in the financial market smashed him. Damage or destroy as if by violence. Humiliate or depress completely. The death of her son smashed her. Break suddenly into pieces, as from a violent blow. The window smashed. Collide or strike violently and suddenly. The motorcycle smashed into the guard rail. Hit, a tennis ball, in a powerful overhead stroke. Hit violently. She smashed her car against the guard rail. Overthrow or destroy, something considered evil or harmful. The police smashed the drug ring after they were tipped off. Drive something violently into a location. He hit his fist on the table. Kill intentionally and with premeditation. Gain points in a game. He hit a home run. A conspicuous success. That song was his first hit and marked the beginning of his career. Hit with a missile from a weapon. Physics. A brief event in which two or more bodies come together. Make a strategic, offensive, assault against an enemy, opponent, or a target. Affect or afflict suddenly, usually adversely. We were hit by really bad weather. Reach a point in time, or a certain state or level. The thermometer hit 100 degrees. Encounter by chance. Cause to experience suddenly. An interesting idea hit her. The act of contacting one thing with another. Repeated hitting raised a large bruise. Produce by manipulating keys or strings of musical instruments. Reach a destination, either real or abstract. We hit Detroit by noon. Hit against. Come into sudden contact with. The car hit a tree. A connection made via the internet to another website. WordNet gets many hits from users worldwide. A dose of a narcotic drug. A murder carried out by an underworld syndicate. It has all the earmarks of a mafia hit. Baseball. A successful stroke in an athletic contest, especially in baseball. He came all the way around on Williams's hit. Cause to move by striking. Hit a ball. Deal a blow to, either with the hand or with an instrument. He hit her hard in the face. Hit the intended target or goal. Pay unsolicited and usually unwanted sexual attention to. He tries to hit on women in bars. A conspicuous success. That new Broadway show is a real smasher. A very attractive or seductive-looking woman. A person who smashes something. Drive something violently into a location. A conspicuous success. A gentle blow. A score in 10 pins, knocking down all 10 with the first ball. He finished with 3 strikes in the 10th frame. Make a strategic, offensive, assault against an enemy, opponent, or a target. We must strike the enemy's oil fields. Affect or afflict suddenly, usually adversely. Touch or seem as if touching visually or audibly. Find unexpectedly. Remove by erasing or crossing out or as if by drawing a line. Please strike this remark from the record. Cause to experience suddenly. Have an emotional or cognitive impact upon. Form by stamping, punching, or printing. Strike coins. Smooth with a strickle. A group's refusal to work in protest against low pay or bad work conditions. The strike lasted more than a month before it was settled. Stop work in order to press demands. Produce by manipulating keys or strings of musical instruments. The pianist strikes a middle C. Occupy or take on. Strike a pose. Hit against. Come into sudden contact with. Attain. An attack that is intended to seize or inflict damage on or destroy an objective. The strike was scheduled to begin at dawn. Arrive at after reckoning, deliberating, and weighing. Strike a balance. Baseball. A pitch that the batter swings it and misses, or that the batter hits into foul territory, or that the batter does not swing it but the umpire judges to be in the area over home plate and between the batter's knees and shoulders. This pitcher throws more strikes than balls. Cause to form, an electric arc, between electrodes of an arc lamp. Strike an arc. Deliver a sharp blow, as with the hand, fist, or weapon. The opponent refused to strike. Disassemble a temporary structure, such as a tent or a theatrical set. After the show, we'll have to strike the set and pack up. Indicate a certain time by striking. Pierce with force. Produce by ignition or a blow. Strike fire from the flintstone. Have sexual intercourse with. A depression forming the ground under a body of water. He searched for treasure on the ocean bed. Have sexual intercourse with. Single thickness of usually some homogeneous substance. Slices of hard-boiled egg on a bed of spinach. Prepare for sleep. He goes to bed at the crack of dawn. A stratum of ore or coal thick enough to be mined with profit. He worked in the coal beds. A foundation of earth or rock supporting a road or railroad track. The track bed had washed away. A piece of furniture that provides a place to sleep. He sat on the edge of the bed. A plot of ground in which plants are growing. The gardener planted a bed of roses. Furnish with a bed. The innkeeper could bed all the new arrivals. Geology, a stratum of rock, especially sedimentary rock. They found a bed of sandstone. Place plants in a prepared bed of soil. Put to bed. The children were bedded at 10 o'clock. The flat surface of a printing press on which the type form is laid in the last stage of producing a newspaper or magazine or book, etc. Hit hard. Have sexual intercourse with. Have sexual intercourse with. Have sexual intercourse with. Have sexual intercourse with. Slang for sexual intercourse. Have sexual intercourse with. 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 Round one's back by bending forward and drawing the shoulders forward. Something that bulges out or is protuberant or projects from its surroundings. The hump of a camel. Empty rhetoric or insincere or exaggerated talk. Don't give me any of that jazz. Have sexual intercourse with. A genre of popular music that originated in New Orleans around 1900 and developed through increasingly complex styles. A style of dance music popular in the 1920s, similar to New Orleans jazz but played by large bands. Play something in the style of jazz. Accept someone to be what is claimed or accept his power and authority. The crown prince was acknowledged as the true heir to the throne. Have sexual intercourse with. Have first-hand knowledge of states, situations, emotions, or sensations. I know the feeling. Be cognizant or aware of a fact or a specific piece of information. Possess knowledge or information about. I know that the president lied to the people. Be able to distinguish, recognize as being different. The child knows right from wrong. Be aware of the truth of something. Have a belief or faith in something. Regard as true beyond any doubt. I know that I left the key on the table. Be familiar or acquainted with a person or an object. She doesn't know this composer. Have fixed in the mind. I know Latin. Know how to do or perform something. She knows how to knit. Know the nature or character of. Perceive as familiar. I know this voice. The fact of being aware of information that is known to few people. He is always in the know. Have sexual intercourse with. Sexual activities, often including sexual intercourse between two people. His lovemaking disgusted her. Any object of warm affection or devotion. The theater was her first love. A beloved person, used as terms of endearment. Get pleasure from. I love cooking. Have sexual intercourse with. A deep feeling of sexual desire and attraction. Their love left them indifferent to their surroundings. A score of 0 in tennis or squash. It was 40 love. A strong positive emotion of regard and affection. His love for his work. Be enamored or in love with. She loves her husband deeply. Have a great affection or liking for. I love French food. Have sexual intercourse with. Kiss, embrace, or fondle with sexual passion. Write all the required information onto a form. Make out a form. Detect with the senses. I can't make out the faces in this photograph. Succeed in doing, achieving, or producing something, with the limited or inadequate means available. Have sexual intercourse with. Proceed or get along. Make out an issue. Comprehend. I cannot make out what this politician is saying. Imply or suggest. Try to establish. Have sexual intercourse with. Slang for sexual intercourse. Someone who guards prisoners. A propeller with several angled blades that rotates to push against water or air. Cause to penetrate, as with a circular motion. Drive in screws or bolts. Have sexual intercourse with. Defeat someone through trickery or deceit. Slang for sexual intercourse. A fastener with a tapered threaded shank and a slotted head. A simple machine of the inclined plane type consisting of a spirally threaded cylindrical rod that engages with a similarly threaded hole. Tighten or fasten by means of screwing motions. Turn like a screw. Have sexual intercourse with.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.